All right, I'm gonna check out this map. I think I downloaded it, Soursob. So let's see how it looks. All right, we got our spawn. Some big cavern. Last point is down here. Pretty significant height drop. Got a little hallway tunnel. Pretty big tunnel, pretty long. Usually not a big fan of long tunnels. Pretty steep ramp. It does feel a little big. I mean, this is it's somewhat familiar layout, right? High ground on both sides, point down in the low ground in the middle. Then we've got like these side lanes. I do like this wall here. Maybe this position could be a little bit more accessible for the offense, whether that be an entrance somehow through like a room up here, or maybe just making this a little bit closer, because right now it's a little bit far away, but obviously that's stuff to play test. Sniper sightlines look pretty strong from right here. Very snake water-y from this angle. Like you have the top right with the wall kind of dry push zone. Then you've got, I mean, if your sniper is here, he actually sees all the entrances. So that does look like a little bit of a concern. This bridge catwalk might be a little too powerful, but who knows? You know, an idea just occurred to me randomly, like if this bridge, instead of being here at the back, was instead like more in the mid-range, like here-ish, that could make the fights a little more interesting because the rotations from side to side would be more accessible. Like it'd be easy to rotate from down here up to the top right compared to how it is right now. And it would also remove that sniper position. Yeah, these sniper sightlines are pretty whack, I'm not gonna lie. So I think a little more cover would be necessary. Just move these blocks, you know, maybe put some obstacle here so a sniper can't see everything. It's like a little ledge there for soldiers to hide on, I guess. Scouts can't easily climb these walls, they're too tall. And there's not really any boxes or anything like barrels to jump on to gain that height for scouts. It's a little uncomfortable. We got a window here, pretty decent vision into lobby. We got one-way glass on this shutter. I'm not sure if a shutter here is necessary. I always think that you should try to strive to remove shutters where possible. Damn, this looks brutal as well. This angle, a soldier sitting up here would just stuff the fuck out of this door. But I do like this little cubby, you know, it's something to maybe like dry push into. Could be nice to have like a health pack or something around here somewhere. Okay, so you got the lobby. You can peek through the glass on both ends. You got the lower entrance. Quite significant low ground, but could be a decent route to like run an Uber up through here and then, you know, start capping after that. Lobby. Okay, we have two lower areas. We have upper lobby. Somewhat of a wide, it's not too wide. I've seen wider, that's for sure. It's okay. The size of this lobby is okay. It's on par with like Sunshine or Snakewater, I think. These angles seem okay as well. I kind of like this perspective here. Just the way that the geometry is. It looks unique and fun. So let's see the second point. So you come out through this lower area. Come out through this bats. Can't really fight anyone from back here. You're very enclosed. I like this one for sneaking. This is a pretty nice entrance. And it's also kind of in the mid-range. So it gives some options for like people to flank and have some pretty big plays. So I really like the positioning of this route here. Also, potential back cap route, you know, you can sneak past. So that's kind of cool. But this doesn't seem like a very good height to just like hold and stand on, because you're in a box and you're kind of lower than actually a lot of the other terrain. Okay, upper lobby to upper bats again. Seems okay. Sightlines aren't too bad from here. I kind of like this distance that everything is laid out at. So this seems pretty cool. Just a lot of these ramps are really, really steep. I do wonder if they could be sort of smoothed out a little bit. Terrain on second seems fine. You got a shed, nice air shot stance kind of position. I wonder if it could even be a little taller. I don't know. It does seem like a lot of the height here is very kind of uniform at this height. It's always interesting when there can be like one or two positions that are like extra tall. Like even this wall here, if the wall were like on super height, maybe that could achieve it. Point is just kind of a box. I like this thing. It's cool. Yeah, so far the second point seems pretty nice. Little corner here, I guess, for like dry pushing and like tucking yourself in the corner, maybe. Seems fine. That's a sniper sightline right there, though. Whew. That's a spooky one. Okay, so now there's only two routes. You have a left and a right route. So we had 3 into last, now we have 2 into mid. It's a pretty long valley. Pretty long. This looks like this reminds me of Cashworks, the payload map that has like a long ass fucking hallway. And for whatever reason, it also reminded me of like a Halo map. This is a very long valley. Very open. Susceptible to high bombs and stuff, I imagine. Then mid is kind of just like a gully wash type thing. 2 routes into mid. I mean, that's also quite gully wash-like. This looks like a Counter-Strike stack. These sandbags. This looks like something you'd find in CS. So you got this hallway. A little something to like peek. I like that. A little bit of positioning. You are quite visible to some sightlines back here. So from here you get the option of going up or down. You know, it's okay, but 2 routes when you have such significant high ground disadvantage here, it's kind of tough. I guess one thing about like gully wash, for example, I mean, these are bigger doors than gully. Gully does have a drop down, so maybe some sort of, you know, third entrance could be nice, but this is like pretty close range, you know, for this high ground. This one is a little bit more dry pushable. You have more space. Even though you're on the low ground, it'd be conceivable to sort of like move in this direction. Can cap on top, can cap around the sides. You know, it's a little generic. Just another gully wash type mid, I guess. But it seems okay. There's definitely a lot going on underneath the area. Not sure if the flanking is going to be super great from here. There's a lot of these like dead end corners. It's not super convenient to actually get up back to the high ground. Like imagine I want to push through here and flank. I can't really get on anyone who's on the high ground for quite some time. I have to run all the way over here before I can flank. So the flanks are, it's okay, but not the most useful thing. This actually might even be better for a soldier, especially since it's so open. You could jump through here really quickly and then bomb up. So could be a really fast soldier flank route. But one idea that I guess just occurred to me was maybe you could split this entrance somehow. Like just turn it into 2 entrances instead of 1. That way Just have like a little bit more in terms of options. Like I feel like this is a pretty convenient spot to have an entrance. Basically looks perfect for an entrance into a mid. So you could kind of have like an upper entrance up here, and then maybe like a middle entrance, and then a lower entrance. That would be something I would be curious to see. A shutter into mid. Maybe, but given that the terrain here, I don't think you need a shutter, but you could. I mean, it'd be something. Any third option, I think, would go a long way. Yeah, these flanks are pretty deadly. I mean, you kind of disappear in there, so people would really have to hunt you down to get you out. Seems cool. Trying to think if I had Uber, you know, if I'm just pushing through here, pop the Uber. The distance between points seems reasonable. I think that's mostly good. Maybe the last point's a little far, but yeah. I don't know. Interesting map. There was a map that I was wanting to look at. I briefly loaded it up on one of my recent streams, and there's already a new version. So I can probably sneak in a quick little peek at this map while I wait for the MGE tournament to start. So the map is called Soursob. I did forward some of my reactions to the map maker, so I want to see if they adjusted anything based on what I told them. Let me read the change list real quick. Reworked choke / mid lobby. Secret on last has been shortened. New hallway on last. Move catwalk on last forward. New perch on second. Moved lobby back to assist pushing out of last. Lowered walls on last to give scout more high ground. Added cover on second and last to nerf sightlines. Under mid has 2 small health packs and 1 medium ammo pack. Moved the ramp on mid to allow for slightly faster flanks. Made ramp on last flush. Heightened the shed on second. Some ramps have a greater angle, or a gentler angle. Open up roof above balcony on second. Cleaned up some details, texturing and detailing. From reading that list, it sounds like a lot of the feedback that I gave has been acknowledged. So that's actually pretty exciting to see, to hear. So for example, here scouts can jump on these walls. That used to not be possible. There's a little crate here for a little more mobility and just helping to navigate. Still a nice tall ramp here, but this tunnel's a little less long, which is nice. They did move the bridge as well, which is nice. Okay, this is looking way better already. Sniper sight lines here are also reduced. This hallway, also something that I suggested. I might have a new favorite mapper. They're doing everything I asked for. You love to see it. You love to see it. A ledge up here. Okay, this is cool for soldiers to wait out an Uber. This is pretty cool. I'm liking this. Am I in the tournament? No, I'm just going to be spectating. Okay, interesting. A little bit of cover here. The lobby has not changed too much. Okay, something was supposed to be different around here. I wonder what it is. Some doorway was like moved back or something. Was it this one? Not sure. So there's supposed to be a new ledge or something somewhere. Oh, is it over here? No, I don't think it's this. I didn't even look at this before. Up there. Oh, there it is. there's a little bit of high ground up here. That's pretty cool. You could do some skybox like bombs around this corner. I'm guessing this was raised slightly as well, just adding a little bit more like dynamic to the height changes. So that's cool. Let's see this side. Oh, they did end up adding a second route here. This is cool. It's clever. I like the execution. Yeah, this is much more interesting now, because if you want to play here, you're at risk of like getting shoved down here and getting your exit cut off. So this is pretty cool. I'm liking this. This is very clever, the way that they built this. Nice. I mean, the mid looks, besides the new entrance, which is quite cool, it looks mostly the same as it was, but I do quite like these changes. So props to the mapper. Might be time to start thinking about a playtest, because all of the like glaring issues feel like they've mostly been resolved. So the map looks pretty playable now. So I'd be definitely down to run like a sub pug on this or something. Ooh, this is a nice height for a scout back here. This is where I'd be. This is some god high ground. What about this one? Can you sit on this one as well? Oh, I couldn't tell if that was like nudging me off or not. No, you can sit here. Pretty good high ground for sure for scouts. So it's always tricky. I think it's good to add a lot of options and then, you know, tweak them as time goes on. So we'll have to see how this plays out. You know, soldiers can still find good opportunities now that scouts are being a little bit more empowered. All right, well, I'm gonna probably start getting set up for this MGE thing now, because it's only a few minutes before it's supposed to start.